Good morning. Okay, so I wanted to have a change of scenery. It's lovely. It's early in the morning. So what I wanted to talk about today was internal transformation. I just wanted to briefly cover just some of the things I've learned, I've been shown, and I'm doing. So, let me just kind of cover the base real fast. So a few years ago, God prompted me very clearly to do a 10-day dry fast. Okay? So he said, give me 10 days, no food, no water. And there wasn't really a reward. It was just like, Karen, you need to do this. And so I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this. I don't question. I'm like, okay, like this prompting was super clear. Well, anyway, so I followed through. It took me probably a year and a half to finally get to that 10 and then 11-day dry fast. And I was, from all the fasting I did to get there, I was transformed from within, very transformed. I had a whole bunch of spiritual blockages removed. That was a plop of snow. They're melting off the tree. It's so gorgeous right now, guys. That sunrise. Oh. Anyway, so now one of the things that changed drastically, immensely in my life was that I was taught a lot of the false beliefs in my religion. And God showed me a whole bunch of stark, false things in my religion. And I was like, what? Like, I was blown away, because when I did these fasts, I was solidly in my old religion. Okay? Now, this is where I want to talk about the difference between what a lot of Christianity and all other religions too. Not all, though. Some are actually have more truths and are closer to the truth. And of course, the teachings of Jesus Christ are very close, but a lot of Christian religions don't actually truly and fully abide by what Christ teaches in the New Testament. Even in the Book of Mormon, if you've ever been LDS, or you've even just read the book, a lot of truths that the religion, especially the LDS religion, is not following. They don't abide by many of the truths in there. And so God started showing me, and this is like super clear in my life now, and I'm seeing all over, is that transformation, spiritual transformation, comes from within. We are God within. As God's children, our spirits are God within. Christ came to the earth. He transformed this earth through his atonement, and he changed the earth, and he changed the path of what you might say the path of initiation or transformation. He brought it within. So when the scriptures talk about the light of Christ, we're all born with the light of Christ. Everyone. No matter the color of your skin, no matter your gender, no matter your religion, what country you're born in, anything and everything. All children on this earth are born with the light of Christ. And this light of Christ is what transforms us. It's ours. Okay? So we don't have to earn it in that sense. We already have it. To transform further, we do need to take that light of Christ and use it to further transform. You can go backwards if you want to just spend your life in pursuit of pleasure and selfishness. You can name all the different forms of pleasure seeking, from drugs, alcohol, pornography. You can name all the different pleasures, even media. You could pursue watching movies all the time, every day, watching shows. It's endless. There are endless ways to go backwards. But the main thing here is that as God's children, we transform from within. No external forces, how do I say this? No external physical things are needed. Okay? You don't need another person to transform. You don't need a special building. You don't need special clothing. You do not need, I know this is going to sound sacrilegious because a lot of Christians don't know this. You actually don't need to be taking any bread and water weekly. Okay? So a lot of people believe that's what Jesus wants. And I keep saying this, I'm a broken record, but get to know Jesus himself. Spend quiet time in meditation, talking and asking. Ask questions and be silent. Find Jesus. If you really want to follow Jesus, you actually have to find him. You can follow leaders till your dying day, leaders of any religion. But until you actually find Jesus Christ, really get clear words, promptings, guidance, maybe even see his face, maybe have a full physical encounter with Jesus Christ, the Savior of this world, then you will be following Jesus because you're seeking him. Okay? A lot of religions lie. They say, seek him. And then they say, well, you have to follow us. So the transformation, the transformative power for us to ascend in the flesh, in this life, it's already in us. It's already a part of us. The light of Christ and our birthright as God's children. We already have it. So, knowing that, you can take the practices that will help you, such as fasting, for me, immensely transformative. It cleared so much of the blockages I didn't even know were there. Okay? Meditation and prayer and whatever you're guided to do. Some people are guided to go solo, live in a monastery for 6 months, and they come out transformed. Whatever, if you feel you need to get away and do a fast, that's always my recommendation, but that's what transformed me. And I've got another long fast coming up, which it's going to be so beautiful, like just the way God is showing me, Karen. There's more to clear, there's more to heal, more to transform. So the main thing here is that everything you need to ascend, to spiritualize our physical bodies so that we can be a closer frequency match to Jesus Christ and to our God spirit within. Okay? But we need to spiritualize our bodies. So the denser our bodies are, the harder spirit is to feel, see, hear, to get through. Okay? So that's what fasting did for me. That's a huge thing, is it spiritualized my body. It cleared a lot of the heavy energies out that I didn't know I even had. And that allows more light to come through. Now, I want to touch really quickly on one of the agendas. You've probably heard this, the transhumanist agenda, where they want you to think that technology, such as AI, robotics, you name it, med beds, have you heard of those? So there's just kind of this big teaching that technology is the way we transform. And that's not true. That is looking externally for something and using technology. You're not going to get ascension, godlike ascension and transformation. Look at that big plop of snow. It's so beautiful. I want to eat it. You're not going to get that from the outside. It's from the inside that we're going to get it. And this is where my old religion taught a lot of lies. My old religion, the leaders said, you need us to talk to God. You need our buildings to get to Jesus. You need these clothes. You need bread and water every Sunday. You need all of these external things that they said, you have to have this. You have to pay money. You have to pay our church money to get to Jesus and to get to God. And it's not true. Everything you possibly need to ascend, to become like Jesus Christ, to become as Christ-like in your nature, in your body, in your heart, your mind, your soul, to see in spirit realm, to feel, to get promptings like you've never gotten before, to hear God's voice. I mean, guys, our spiritual abilities have hardly been touched, much less tapped. There are so many living blind. We don't have to live that way. So that was the main thing. The main thing in this video is that everything you've ever wanted, like if you are a light being, which you are, and you want to become like God, you want to become like Christ, the transformative power is within. It's always been there. We've been tricked. We've been tricked by religion, many of us, in that it's outside and you need to seek external. That's not how it works. Not in this day and age. Not after Christ's atonement. What he did, he brought that light of Christ within us. That means we have the power to become Christed, just like Jesus did. I mean, we're not going to do an atonement for the world, but we have the ability, like he told us in Scripture, these things will you do, and even greater things than this will ye also do, right? We have the power and ability, because of Christ within, to become Christed like Jesus. That means power over all the elements, power over miraculous healing, power over our own bodies, to even get to the point where our bodies don't have to die. This is the resurrection miracle. And this resurrection miracle has happened there are people on this planet that are in resurrected bodies. Okay? We can get to this point. We don't have to keep coming back, guys. If you know anything about past lives and who you've been and the wheel of karma, the wheel of continuous past lives, we don't have to keep coming back. If we can spiritualize our bodies, the Christ within us, we can use that power to transform our bodies to, and you can ask Jesus to help with this. He knows this, obviously, but we don't act. When you spiritualize your body to this very high point, you don't need to return. Like, you've mastered that. And what do we want to become? We want to become masters, spiritual masters. Anyway, the power is inside of us. And if more people knew that, I think we'd have a lot more people going off to do fasts and cutting out the clutter, especially the religious clutter. The religious clutter that keeps you busy like a bumblebee. Or honeybee, I guess. Which one's more busy? Cutting out all that clutter and going within in meditation and in prayer. And again, for me, fasting, deeply healing my body. And I'm not done, guys. I've got more to go. And I will take videos on this next long fast. I'm getting a little chilly because I walked up the hill. It was nice. I took my coat off and I'm sitting on my coat, but now I'm getting cold. It's actually only 30 degrees. It's good. But anyway, that's the whole. Oh, there's more snow. It's dripping off these lovely limbs. So anyway, that's the whole gist of this video, is that you have everything within you to become like Christ. There are a lot of lies out there. It's not without. It's not external. It's not a person. You need nobody outside of you. You need no thing outside of you. Like, you literally have everything you could ever want within. Everything you've ever needed. Everything you've ever wanted. And when our godlike powers start coming online, even cold can't touch us. Heat can't touch us. Animals won't attack us. Like, you get to a higher ascended place where you become master over all the elements. And I'm talking about a godlike master, pure heart, pure intentions, not a dominant master like, I own you. No, a godlike master where nothing can touch you. And you know nothing can touch you because of the Christ within, your own light, your own power. So going within, discovering who you are, your powerful abilities, your spiritual gifts. That's all. Thank you. It's been fun. It's good to do a video again. It's been a while. All right, thanks guys.